Good evening. This is All Sports with LD, coming back at you with another YouTube post from my YouTube channel. Before I get into tonight's content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. So, there's been a lot of talk going on here lately about who gets the shot at George Kambosos Jr., who currently holds the IBF and WBA lightweight title. Now, three names have come up: Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, and Vasily Lomachenko. And it's my opinion, of the three fighters that I think deserve the first shot at Kambosos Jr. is Devin Haney. And here's why. In my opinion, of all the three fighters, Devin Haney had the best performance overall. And then I would say Vasily second, and then Gervonta third. Another reason why I believe Devin Haney deserves the shot more than Gervonta and Vasily is, number one, he is the undefeated WBC champion. And he, out of all of them, really deserves the shot. Out of all three of them, is the one that I think is the one that should get the nod in fighting George Kambosos Jr. He's already stated he's willing to go over to Australia to fight Kambosos Jr. So with that, I think also because of his performance, he's undefeated and he has a title. I think that gives him a nod over Gervonta and Vasily. Another reason why I think Devin Haney deserves a shot at Kambosos Jr. because he's the only fighter that makes sense at this point for Kambosos Jr. Because really, if he fought Vasily, listen, Vasily already has 2 losses. There's nothing to gain with fighting Vasily at this point. He has everything to lose by fighting Vasily. Versus Devin Haney, it's a win-win situation. Possibly picking up the WBC strap, possibly handing Haney his first loss. So I think it's really a win-win situation if he fights Devin Haney instead of Gervonta and Vasily. Because again, Vasily there's nothing to gain by fighting him. He's already lost two fights. At this point, he does not have a belt. So right now, I don't think Vasily deserves a shot right away at George Kambosos Jr. And although Gervonta is a really talented fighter, his showing against Cruz was lackluster. In my opinion, doesn't deserve a shot at Kambosos Jr. And even in the aftermath of the Cruz fight, it's my opinion that he was very disrespectful in stating that, it would be easy work. Well, and again, it's a matter of opinion, but given the fact that you just went 12 tough rounds with a fighter that can't even carry Kambosos Jr. jock, it's interesting that he would say Kambosos Jr. would be easy work when you struggle with this fighter, Isaac Cruz, who's nowhere near as talented as Kambosos Jr. So I just found that a very interesting statement that he made. and in a lot of ways, very arrogant because he didn't look very good in that fight. So I think Kambosos Jr. best fight at this point would be against Devin Haney. I think the fans in general would really want to see that fight over a fight with Gervonta and Vasily at this point. I think that is the fight with Devin Haney that will bring in the most views. More than likely, it's probably going to be a pay-per-view fight, and I think it would sell well. Because I think overall, I think really boxing fans really would want to see Haney versus Kambosos Jr. instead of Gervonta and Vasily. I just don't think there's much there to gain in terms of fans wanting to see that fight. I don't think really the fans want to see Gervonta and Vasily get a crack at Kambosos Jr. before Haney does. So I think that Kambosos Jr. should fight Haney, give Haney the shot first, see what happens, test his mettle, see if he is really that good, because Devin Haney is an extraordinarily good boxer. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the days to come. I hope they announce the fight soon. I hope Devin Haney gets the nod as the first person to get a shot at Kambosos Jr. and get a shot at the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. Okay, for now, that's all I have. Have a good one.